In the year 1942, during the dark times of World War II, a man named Max Vaton arrives in the city of Casablanca, Morocco. He is a Canadian intelligence officer, skilled in dangerous missions, and has come here for a secret operation. His target is a group of Nazi officers, and to complete his mission he must pretend to be a French husband. His fake wife is already waiting for him in the city, a beautiful and intelligent French resistance fighter named Marianne Beauséjour. Max meets Marianne for the first time at a glamorous party, where she blends in perfectly with the elite crowd. She smiles at him warmly, as if she has known him for years, but in reality they are strangers. She whispers to him in perfect French, telling him how they must act like real husband and wife to avoid suspicion. Marianne has already built a reputation in Casablanca, making people believe she is the wife of a man who works in the phosphate business. Their cover must be perfect. Any small mistake could mean death. As days pass, Max and Marianne work together, studying their targets and planning their attack. Marianne is charming and confident. She holds his hand in public, laughs at his jokes, and gazes at him with love in her eyes, just like a real wife would. Max is impressed by how natural she is, how easily she plays her role. But something unexpected happens. He begins to feel real emotions for her. One night they sit on the rooftop of their safe house, looking at the desert sky filled with stars. The war seems far away in this quiet moment. Marianne smokes a cigarette and looks at Max with curiosity. "You do not let people in, do you?" she asks. Max, who has always been a man of discipline and control, does not answer right away. Finally, he says, "In our line of work, emotions can be dangerous." Marianne smiles. "Yes, but sometimes they are worth it." Soon the day of their mission arrives. Dressed elegantly for a party, they walk into a grand hall filled with Nazi officers. Their target is in the room, a high-ranking German official. The tension is high. If anyone recognizes them as spies, they will be executed. With perfect timing, Max and Marianne strike. Gunfire erupts, and chaos fills the hall. Within moments, their mission is complete, and they escape into the night. With their mission over, Max must return to London. But something has changed inside him. He cannot leave without Marianne. He realizes he does not want to pretend anymore. He truly loves her. He asks her to come with him, to be his real wife. Marianne hesitates, but she loves him too. She agrees, and they escape Casablanca together. In London, Max and Marianne start a new life. They marry, and soon Marianne becomes pregnant with their first child. Max is overjoyed when their daughter, Anna, is born. For a while, life is perfect. They have a beautiful home, a loving marriage, and a precious child. The war still rages on, but inside their little world, they find happiness. One day, Max is called to a secret meeting with his superiors. He is taken to a dark office where his commanding officer looks at him with a serious expression. "We have reason to believe your wife is a German spy," he says. Max feels as if the ground has been ripped from beneath him. "That is impossible," he replies, his voice shaking. But the officer hands him a file with evidence. They believe the real Marianne Beauséjour was killed in France, and the woman he loves is an impostor, a German agent who has been feeding information to the enemy. Max refuses to believe it. He knows his wife. He has lived with her, loved her, shared his dreams with her. How could she betray him? But his superiors give him a cruel order. He must test her. He is told to leave a fake classified document in their house. If Marianne tries to send it out, it will prove her guilt. And if she is guilty, Max must execute her himself. That night, Max returns home, his heart heavy. Marianne greets him with a warm smile, holding their baby in her arms. Everything looks so normal, so perfect. But inside him, doubt begins to grow. He does as instructed, leaving the fake document in a place where Marianne will find it. He watches her closely, but she acts the same as always, loving, caring, devoted. He wants to believe in her innocence, but the fear does not leave his heart. The next day, the military intercepts a message. The fake information Max planted has been sent to the Germans. His worst nightmare is coming true. The evidence is now undeniable. His wife is a spy. He is ordered to carry out her execution by his own hand. If he refuses, he will be seen as a traitor and executed himself. Max, however, is not willing to accept this fate. He loves Marianne too much to believe she has deceived him. He decides to investigate on his own. He tracks down a soldier who once knew the real Marianne Beauséjour and demands the truth. The soldier confirms it. The real Marianne was killed, and the woman Max married is indeed someone else. Heartbroken but desperate for answers, Max confronts Marianne. He asks her to tell him the truth. She looks at him with tears in her eyes, knowing there is no escape. Finally, she confesses. She is a German spy, but her love for him was never a lie. She was forced into this life, and when she met Max, she wanted to leave it all behind. But the Germans threatened her and their child. If she refused to send information, they would kill them all. Max now faces an impossible choice. He cannot let her be killed, but he also cannot run away with a known enemy spy. In a final act of love, he decides to escape with her and their baby. He takes her to an airfield, hoping to flee before the military arrives. But they are too late. Soldiers surround them. The officer in charge tells Max that if he does not execute Marianne, they will both be killed. Marianne knows there is no way out. She looks at Max one last time, her eyes filled with sorrow and love. She asks him to take care of their daughter. Then, before he can stop her, she takes her own life. Max holds her as she dies in his arms, his heart shattered. Later, Max is cleared of any charges, and he raises Anna alone. In the final moments, we see a letter Marianne left for her daughter, telling her how much she loved her and her father. Max watches his daughter play in the fields, knowing that, though he lost the love of his life, a part of her still lives on in their child. The war continues, but for Max, the battle is over. His heart will never heal, but he will spend the rest of his days honoring the woman he loved, the woman who, despite everything, was still his Marianne.